Massachusetts investigate the death of baby Bella Bond, the Department of Children and Family Services had numerous contact with Bella's mother in the past. Between 2006 and 2011, child welfare authorities took 2 other children from Michelle Bond and terminated her parental rights. One child is in the custody of a grandmother and the other child was adopted by another family. And then in 2012 and 2013, DCF investigated reports of neglect regarding Bella. They found there was neglect and eventually closed the case, but have not disclosed any more details on that incident. Rochelle Bond is charged with accessory to murder after the fact. She pleaded not guilty and is being held on $1 million bail. Rochelle Bond's boyfriend, Michael McCarthy, is charged with murder and unlawful disposition of human remains. He also has pleaded not guilty and is being held without bail. I want to bring in psychologist Dr. Tiffany Sanders. She joins me now via Skype to discuss a little bit further about the social worker angle. Good morning to you. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning, Lynn. This case is an atrocity to the Department of Children and Families.
Tell me why you feel that way, because there are a lot of people, including the union president, that says this is an organization that is overwhelmed. They can't handle the cases that they have on their plate. This is a state issue.
It is. Most social workers have many cases under their belt, but that should not prevent them from providing adequate service to the children. Listen, I work with Department of Children and Families, and I know what they have to do in order to determine reunification. Was there any psychological evaluation completed? Did the mother participate in any psychological evaluation? Was Bella assessed for her ability to thrive under the care of her mother? Did we have parenting classes assigned to the mother? Did she go? Did she attend? Did she progress through it? There are so many questions that are left unanswered. And if these procedures were put in place, including did mom see a counselor for drug and alcohol addiction?
Okay, but real quick, you're saying all these things should have happened, but is that protocol? Are those the rules that these social workers have to follow, requiring parents to go into these rehab facilities?
Absolutely. Here in the state of Illinois, these procedures are put in place, and it's necessary because we have to protect children. We have to make certain that the children are placed in the right home. I go in and I do parenting observations, and I determine whether mother is interacting with her children in a healthy manner. These things should have been stipulated on this case, and what instead happened was the adults failed baby Bella. They removed responsibility, and as a result, she is dead, and it's unacceptable.
Well, I want to get into the statement from the agency. They say while the child's case was closed over 2 years ago under the previous administration, the department is looking into the matter in efforts to improve the way the department cares for the children in its custody. The investigations into the recent tragedies revealed systematic problems with the department, and the new Governor Baker's administration is taking action. Dr. Sanders, I've worked with social workers. I've volunteered at a crisis nursery, and one thing I learned is that there are no orphanages for these children to go to. The goal is to get them back into the home because there are no other places for these babies to go. So what could have happened with baby Bella?
Well, what could have happened and should have happened with baby Bella is to even ask the grandmother, could she take care of this child? Because the grandmother had the other child. The baby Bella should have been in foster care. And foster care assumes responsibility until the mother is able to be reunited with her child. Was she suitable? And she was not suitable. Did we do all of our due diligence to make certain that the mother had the skills and the resources to take care of baby Bella? And 2 visits and a child removed, and one of these children have already been adopted, we could not have given baby Bella's mother the benefit of the doubt to assume that she was under the best care, under the best sound mind to care for baby Bella.
Well, thank you to you, psychologist Dr. Tiffany Sanders. And the Department of Children and Families officials say after the discovery of baby Bella's body, the agency made sure social workers personally visited thousands of children, and they looked at current and recently closed cases involving children younger than 5 years old. Meantime, could there be more charges filed against Bella's mother and her mother's boyfriend? That's new for you in the next hour.